Guys, how you doing? Welcome back. MDW coming at you with another action figure review, and today I've got the latest acquisition I've got from Hot Toys. It is the Star Wars Count Dooku from the prequel trilogy. Been looking forward to this guy. Let's open him up and have a look. Guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. So let's have a look at the outer box now for the figure. So we've got a picture of Count Dooku there. We've got this cool little mini sleeve around the bottom that these figures have started to have. And then another picture of Count Dooku on the blurb on the back with all the production people. And then on the side there, again, there's another picture of Count Dooku, his little Death Star hologram. And open up the box, as usual, classic Star Wars Hot Toys. So it's got another sleeve on the inside there, the picture of the figure. Remove that, take it off there, and then the figure in his plastic clear packaging inside. Looks cool, loads of accessories with him, loads of new bits and pieces, new tooling, sculpting and stuff. So let's have a closer look at Count Dooku. Okay everybody, he's out of the box. Let's have a closer look at Count Dooku. I'm always pleased to review a new character, one that we haven't had before. And I say, great Christopher Lee portrays him superbly in the film. You know, he's always known as an iconic villain throughout the Hammer horror and all the years he's been doing acting, and so really excellent likeness to Christopher Lee, but we'll go into that and have a couple of closer shots up in a second. He's a bit of a taller figure. He's around about 13 inches tall, I believe. Obviously he's quite a large gentleman anyway, Christopher Lee, so that's cool. They put him in, he's a little bit taller. Also like as well that we get a whole new kind of costume and lots of new tooling. The accessories that comes with him as well, really great. Because the thing I love about Count Dooku as a character is he has the cool lightsaber blade, like the rapier blade looks really excellent. He's got lightning. You know, he really was like, you know, he came across as a very powerful baddie in the films. You know, obviously Anakin and Obi-Wan can't take him together in Attack of the Clones. You know, and Yoda only manages a tie break with him. So, you know, he's quite an imposing character. So it's really cool that we finally get him. It's also really funny. I remember this guy going up for pre-order literally like a year ago, and how quickly time flies at these figures. You know, you just think, oh, that's a year away, then suddenly they come out, you know, and he's just here now. So it's quite funny how time goes like that. So yeah, anyway, I'm prattling on. Let's go down with the articulation first, and we'll have a look at all these lovely new bits on the figure. So articulation wise, head turns left and right, up and down, no issues there at all. Wonderful. He's obviously got a primarily kind of a material-based costume, like cloth and all this kind of stuff going on. So his movement is quite good. So you can get him to literally do all this. I believe he goes about as far as that. Again, there's lots of tight stitching on the costume, so you're not going to get massive amounts of movement. But there we go there. And he's got obviously the classic swivel, the biceps there, and then he's got the hinge there on the elbow, so you can obviously do that and then swivel as well for a complete arm movement. 360-degree rotation on the hands. There isn't really much of a torso crunch. You could probably go forward a little bit, back a tiny bit, not really much of a swivel. You can hear the swivel happening, so it is there, but I think it's just a lot of the swivel is again stopped by the kind of padding on his material costume here that he's wearing. Then the legs, so again, you know, his trousers are a little bit more baggier than we've seen perhaps on the reviews I've done recently on the Spider-Man stuff, so you can get a little bit more movement there on his legs. Does the splits there again, the stitching is all up the seam here on the inside of his groin, so you can't really go any further than that. You don't really want to rip the stitching. Then obviously he's got the knee joints as well, so he's got a double knee joint there, so you go all the way up, and then it's a bit of a swivel there as well at the thigh, which is quite cool, so you get a little bit more movement than you usually do. And then there isn't really much movement at his foot, so again, because it's one boot, his foot here, so the whole thing kind of moves as one. There is a little bit of a joint, that ankle joint, so it goes up, but that's primarily most of the movement you're going to get out of Dooku. So let's go in now, guys, have a little closer look at that head sculpt. Now, for me, this is possibly one of the best head sculpts I've seen in a long time. Look at that head sculpt. It's absolutely wonderful. The hair is really well done on it. It's picked out some different greys. You've got a bit darker grey at the front there, and then it's kind of like the lighter grey on the top, little bits of kind of highlights here. So that really picks out nicely. The beard, really nice detail on that. Again, nice clean cut. See it trimmed down here. It looks great. A bit of weathering on the figure as well. So you can see all these kind of like old kind of liver spots on his face here. A few more bits of wrinkles. You know, the eyes are a bit older, a bit kind of worn around there. But and he's got that wonderful Christopher Lee look. Yeah, he just does not look impressed at all. Literally like headmaster kind of look. So yeah, that's really excellent. I think Hot Toys have done that wonderfully. There hasn't got the kind of boss eyes into the kind of void look that some of the Hot Toys figures have as well. He literally does look like he's got a point of focus. This for me is one of the best I've seen this year. Literally, it blows Obi-Wan out of the water with that, and you know, some of the other kind of head sculpts I've seen, which just have been a bit off. You know, Captain America, Thanos was pretty decent, but yeah, you know, this guy, I think they've absolutely nailed it. Really, there's you know, not really much else I think they could have done to do that. So kudos to Hot Toys for that. That was a a great effort. So we'll have a closer look at Dooku's costume. So I always quite liked Dooku's costume because it was literally really basic, really simple. You know, no over the top kind of apparatus and all his metal bits. So you know, kind of stuff they like to put on like Sith. You know, so it was quite nice just to see like kind of a guy there, but having so much, like I say, like dark side powers was really cool to see. It's quite weird actually because he's got the brown cape. You know, I was quite expecting a black cape in the film. You know, he didn't really look like a Sith to me. When I first saw him, I was like, hang on a minute, how can this guy be Darth Tyrannus? You know, he doesn't even got like, where's the gimmick? You know, but as you go into it, you just kind of get it's just the imposingness, I think, of Christopher Lee as the actor that brings to the role. You know, you just know that he's bad through and through. So let's have a look at the costume then. So he's got this great brown cape. It's almost like a velvet feel to it. It's got some wonderful markings on it, so it's all picked out with some great detailed stitching around the shoulders, and it just flows really nicely as well. You know, it sits really nicely. It's layered as well, so it's got like an inner layer to it, which adds a bit of like a weight to it. So it literally just sits, you guys can see, absolutely wonderfully across his shoulders. And if you move his arms up, you can drape it across there. You know, there is no issues with that at all. Wonderful brown cape there. Black coloured tunic is padded around the chest area, give him a bit of bulk, but again, you know, nothing special with that. It's just literally a black tunic, which is cool. It's got a brown coloured leather belt around it, and it's got this little like holster on it for his lightsaber to hook on. Other than that, nothing else there. You've got the pants, trousers there, just literally brown material, and then you've got this kind of faux leather, kind of plasticky black replica leather for his boots, which are really cool. You know, knee-high boots. Really nice kind of gloss shine finish on them as well, with some really intricate detail of stitching around. That's cool. And I forgot to mention as well, the top of the cape there has got this lovely clasp across the top there, which is obviously metal there going across, and you know, there's really nice detail on the actual clasp itself picking up. But it's really good to see that wasn't just sculpted on, it was actually like a separate piece across. So yeah, you know, costume wise, absolutely nailed it, spot on. All materials work really well, colours are great. Yeah, you know, and with that, with a head sculpt as well, this really is, I can't tell you guys enough, this is a really impressive figure. So guys, let's talk accessories now for Count Dooku. So accessories, in my opinion, can make or break a figure sometimes. You know, if it's like an alright figure I'm on the fence about, loads of accessories really does bring the figure to life and you know, make it a good addition to your collection. Dooku has everything. He's got the great sculpt, the great costume, you know, everything about him, and he's also got a great variety of accessories as well. So let's take a look at those. Start off with, he's got the classic LED light up lightsaber feature, which all the lightsaber users have now, which is great. So you get an additional arm there where he's holding the saber. You've got the batteries that you put in, this little hatch down here on his arm with the tiniest screwdriver in the world, and then this attaches to his body. You take the other arm off and attach it. This is usually quite a big process. Be very careful when you're doing that. The instructions will tell you kind of roughly how to do it, but yeah, be careful with this as well, because sometimes you can damage the arm taking this in and out if you are not careful. Then he has got his saber blade. Really great design there again, really kind of bright silver, black, bit of kind of tiny little bit of detail there, the red kind of ignition button on the saber. And then you've got the classic kind of in mid-motion saber swing blade as well. This lights up, this looks really great, it's all lit up, and these light up here. Cool, that's his weaponry. Then you get some force lightning as well. So you guys seen this with my Emperor review that I did ages ago. So this is great getting this. It's this really bendy plastic that's got kind of blue colouring on it, white down the ends. It fades up a little bit of kind of colour transition. So that's nice. You get two of those as well that are attached to his hands. The next up, it comes with this kind of little holographic projection unit. You guys can see in Attack of the Clones, and then that's where his other accessories are so great, because he comes with an array of holograms that come out. So that's when you've got the Death Star plans, the basic Death Star plans you see in Attack of the Clones, which just pop into the hole there in the projection unit. Great stuff. And then you've got that, and then you've got 3 other variant characters as well. So this is cool. So you've literally got the battle droid, the head battle droid, commander battle droid there, and it's all kind of a clear blue plastic again, but it's got this really great, almost like 3D printed feel about it. You guys can see it's almost like, you know, it's like an image that's kind of static or breaking up as he's talking to him by the communicator. So you've got the battle droid there. You've got old Jango Fett, which was a nice little touch there. So he doesn't talk to him in the film on it, but you can see him there. It's really great having Jango Fett, and then the big one, Darth Sidious. So yeah, again, that pops in there as well. So that is, I was absolutely stoked with that, having the Lord himself, Darth Sidious, in hologrammatic form there. So really nice touch, all of those bits there. Also got so excited as well, I forgot to tell you guys about the extra hands that Dooku comes with. Of course, all Hot Toys figures comes with additional hands. So he's got some cool ones with him. So you've got this one here, which is the lightning firing hand, lightning bolt hand, which is cool. Reaching out with his Dark Force lightning. This one's really cool here again. This other side, I can imagine you firing lightning out with that. It's just kind of a nice little pose, like pointing hand. There you've got obviously the grip hand. And we've got this one here, it's kind of like a, again, pointing or grabbing. Just a generic one. And this one here is pointing hand. So unlike some of the more complicated display stands we've seen with the display rods and everything, Count Dooku goes back to the standard base. So he's got this kind of concrete design on the top, possibly where he's fighting Anakin and Obi-Wan, but yeah, it's just a generic concrete base. Star Wars, Count Dooku on the front there, across the top. There's no additional ones that you can put on the top, so it's just that's the standard. And you also got the adjustable bit at the back. You just literally click into place there, and then you can adjust this little bit here, you see with the hooks on it. Pop your figure on and stop him from falling over. Nice and easy to adjust. There we go, and he's ready in place for display. So with any Hot Toys figure you get generally a pack of instructions in with it as well. This one's no exception, tells you all the accessories and how to put the new arm on and loads of little bits and pieces like that. It's quite useful to know. Then with like all Hot Toys figures are removable hands, you just literally twist the hands off of the peg and then you literally insert the new hand on and give it a little twist and it's in place. His lightning as well also literally balances on his hand, so there's loads of little kind of, the design of the lightning fits around the fingers, so you have to literally pop the fingers through some of the holes in the lightning and it just literally sits in place. So there we go everybody, there is my review of the 1/6 scale Hot Toys Count Dooku figure from Attack of the Clones. So if you guys have probably worked out the way I've been purring all the way through this review, this is a superb figure. This is possibly the best figure that I've reviewed this year. And I've reviewed quite a few figures now. The likeness of Christopher Lee is amazing. I don't think I've seen a better facial sculpt in a long, long time. The costume is really well executed, all the fabrics are great, and you know, the figure itself just looks absolutely spot on. The accessories are a real win-win as well, I think, with this figure. There's a nice variety of them as well. Coming down from the LED lightsaber lighting, you've got the Dark Force lightning, which I was absolutely loved from the Emperor figure, so they've added that in there as well. He's got these new narrative bits as well with the holograph projector as well, with all the characters that you get with that. So yeah, just overall, I just think he's just the complete Hot Toys figure, I reckon, as well. Nice size figure as well, well worth the money, I reckon. So if you guys are literally a fan of this, the Attack of the Clones films, the prequel trilogy, or if you just want another Sith Lord, because he's a Sith Lord, to add to your shelf as well, definitely pick this guy up. He is out on eBay now, I believe, in certain stores. The UK won't get him for a while, around about 250 quid. Thanks for watching everybody, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. MDW signing off, thanks for your support.
Find MDW on Facebook and Instagram now at MDW_toys.